It is Monday, April 25th in the MLB, and I'm Austin from Calling Our Shot.
And I'm Logan from Calling Our Shot.
And we are back for another edition of our daily MLB Best Bets videos. We got 2 money line picks and 1 no-run first inning pick coming your guys' way.
Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. It's free and really easy to do so. I promise you guys, you'll want to be, with us all summer long as we make the baseball picks. And we're still, closing in on 32K. Haven't quite hit it yet, but with your help, we certainly can. Also, do us a favor and drop a like on this video. Helps more people see it.
100%, Logan. I can't disagree with you. Let's do a quick little recap from yesterday. It was a winning day, a 2-1 day overall, moving us to 34-29 on the season. Now we look at our 2 picks. Texas versus, Rangers Athletics. NRFI, cash that one. We got another NRFI pick coming your guys' way. Cardinals money line, they sold the bag, but what can you do? It's a Sunday afternoon baseball game. That just underdogs always are barking. And then I had a masterpiece of a player prop, Garrett Cole, to record a W. And look, he pitched his best game overall on the season. Not even a question about it. He pitched an absolute gem. Hopefully we can get back after it, get back into the winning column again today, a 2-1 day overall. And then a final shout out. We got to shout out our COS All-Stars. Thank you guys again for supporting the channel. We really can't do it without you guys. So if you want to support us, click the join button on the channel or click the link in the description. Our newest All-Stars are going to be Robert and DJ. I believe they're returning to the All-Star group. Thank you guys again for your support. As a reminder, we'll have our parlay of the day posted on OddsJam a little bit later this morning. But Logan, I'm going to throw it to you for first pick of the day, and let's get this Monday started off with a bang.
Yeah, let's get a winner today. Cardinals left a terrible taste in my mouth. Thanks for nothing, Cardinals. Hurt a lot of people, but that's weekend baseball for you. But here we are in a new series, and I'm going to the Guardians versus Angels series, and I'm taking Guardians money line -120 odds on FanDuel as Austin's pulling up on our sponsor OddsJam. Look, this is how I get the best value. I'll take -120 on FanDuel and even MGM, it seems. But Cleveland, coming off a bad series versus the Yankees, we know, obviously they got trash thrown at them. The scores weren't all too competitive. They got, Garrett Cole pitched a masterpiece versus them yesterday. But what's interesting to note, still really good offensive stats, right? Cleveland, third best in runs, first best in hits, and 13th in strikeouts. Look, I love teams that are putting the ball in play, that are getting runners on base. Simply put, they're first in hits, third in runs. That's great stats. I know it's early, but it's still great stats nonetheless. And also, their batting average versus right-handed pitchers, batting .283 versus righties this year. So really, really hot start for the Guardians, even though they had some shaky times in New York in the last series. But on the Angels offense, I want to talk about them too while we're at it. Angels, sixth best in runs, 7th best in hits, but 29th in strikeouts. So when they're connecting, when they're getting those home runs and generating runs, the Angels offense is formidable. Now, are some of those stats a little bit inflated because they got to face the Orioles? Sure. Yeah, of course. Why not? But the 29th in Ks is really concerning because who are they facing today? They're facing my boy, Shane Bieber. 2.81 ERA on the year. Really solid. Anything under a 3 ERA is a great, measuring stump. And also his whip, 0.69 whip. Nice, Bieber. Really solid. There's nothing to complain. A whip under 1. He's showing massive control. I think the Angels batters are going to have a really, tough time versus him today. He's a strikeout specialist, and that's what he does. So if the Angels are swinging in the dirt, no plate discipline, he should be taking care of those batters for us. On the other side of the mound should be Lorenzen, 4.82 ERA on the year. So, middle of the pack, nothing crazy, nothing 7, 8 ERA. But he does have a solid whip, 0.86 whip. So the Guardians are going to have to show their plate discipline, which they have been showing this year, only 13th in strikeouts. Now, starting pitching aside, how are the bullpens? Well, the Angels bullpen, 26 in bullpen ERA. Last year, one of the reasons I could never really trust the Angels full game is because their bullpen, and it hasn't improved much this year. And 26 in bullpen ERA. So even if Lorenzen does pitch well, the Guardians are still going to have some opportunities late in the game. Cleveland's bullpen, by comparison, 17th in ERA, so about middle of the pack. I think we have some clear, distinct advantages. And I think the Guardians do catch the Angels, sleepwalking a little bit at home after their series versus the Orioles. I'm riding with the Guardians today. Let's get another game pick though, Austin. No player prop today, but what do you got for us?
Yeah, I have to say apologies to the people. I know we always normally do, a game pick, a player prop, and a no-run first inning pick. I was looking at the slate for player props today. Not a lot to choose from at 7 a.m. on Eastern time, but I didn't want to force a pick for you guys for a player prop that I wasn't too confident in, but I'm confident in this one. And I'm going with the Toronto Blue Jays, and I'm taking their money line. Now, they're taking on the Red Sox. We see we got minus 125 on DraftKings. That's the best value we could find. I see FanDuel's probably got the worst value at minus 142, but I really like the Blue Jays today. There's a couple different reasons why. Now, we have on the mound, we have Berrios versus Evaldi. I probably pronounced his name wrong, but I don't really care. Now, we look at Berrios. I won't say he's the best pitcher in the world. Definitely far from that. But surprisingly, the Blue Jays are 3-0 in his starts. Now, that does not mean Berrios is 3-0 for his win-loss. In fact, he's probably sold them in his first start, giving up like 6 or 7 earned runs. But they have won 8 of the last 10 games started by Berrios. Whether or not he's winning or pitching well, it doesn't matter. They've been giving him some run support. Blue Jays did obviously start Berrios against the Red Sox earlier this season, back on April 20th, and they won 6-1. He kind of held them in check, going 6 innings pitched, allowing 8 hits, only 1 run. Now, we look on the other side of the mound, Evaldi, he's been hit or miss. Some games he does pretty well, some games he doesn't do too well, and they are on the road where Evaldi does pitch a little bit worse than he does at home, which bodes well for us. His last 2 starts against Toronto, he's only gone 4 and 2 innings pitched in both of them. Look, he's not going that far into games, and that means they're going to rely on the bullpen, and we have a minor edge here in the bullpen ERA. Toronto is the 9th best bullpen in the MLB in terms of ERA. The Red Sox are at the 13th best. Now, the Blue Jays used to be like the 4th best, so the bullpen did give up a couple earned runs against the Astros, but here's the main reason we are here. Blue Jays, the bounce back Blue Jays, I like to call them. They are 5-0 straight up after a loss this year, have not lost back-to-back games. They did lose in extras yesterday versus the Astros. Look, I really like the Blue Jays today. I think there's a little bit of value at that minus 125. Likely wouldn't play it above, minus 140, which is what is FanDuel. That's probably the highest I'd go, but I do like the Blue Jays today. I think they bounce back, get a win for today. They're the bounce back Blue Jays. That's what the people call them. We're riding with them today. But Logan, do you know what time it is?
Of course, I know what time it is. It is time for Nerfy Nation. Get your flags out.
Get your flags out. People might be really confused what's going on. So we have, if you are a COS All-Star, you have an exclusive emoji that is a Nerfy flag, and it is a blue flag. We're going to get these detail with a little bit of Nerfy. But yesterday we were waving the flags in chat, Logan. Today we're running it back, and we're going with one. It's got an elite pitcher matchup. At least we hope so. We're going with Mets versus Cardinals. We're taking the no-run first inning, minus 130 on FanDuel. Now, I won't lie to you, Logan. When we were looking at this value pre-show, we're very surprised to see minus 130 on FanDuel, whereas you see minus 175 on DraftKings. Personally, I don't really like – I know you don't like to take Nerfies this high in value, so probably this minus 140, minus 145 probably is the highest I would go. It's a no-run first inning bet. You're going to need a little bit of luck to cash out. But, look, the Mets got an ace on their mound, probably their best pitcher because since DeGrom's injured. They got Mad Max Scherzer on the mound for him. He's been elite this season, a 2.5 ERA. And we look at the Cardinals. He's going to have to be going to get up against the Cardinals batters. Well, I don't know what they were doing yesterday because they sold us good when we had their money line. Only 1 run yesterday. They did not do anything to really show us, oh, maybe this offense is formidable. We do think they have talented hitters, but 1 run's not going to get it. 1 run's not going to get the cut. What about the other side to hold down the Mets?
Yeah, so it's scheduled to be Michaelis, 1.76 ERA for him. I mean, I'm not going to lie. After the start versus the Pirates, I was like, can I trust this guy? Well, he's pitched really well in his starts after his sort of mini implosion against the Pirates. And honestly, the Mets offense, I mean, they're good. They're hit or miss. They're coming off a series versus the Diamondbacks where they put up some runs, but they're still 18th and first inning runs. So the top half of the order, it takes them a few times around to actually get those runs generated. I'm hoping for no solo home runs right tonight, but the over under to this game is at the 6.5. And that's what you were talking about, why we were surprised at the value of this, no run first inning being only minus 130. Usually when you get an over under this low, the books juice it because they're like, there's not going to be a lot of scoring. Chances are it might not be in the first inning. So I am feeling good. All the signs are there. We've got 2 formidable pitchers and 2 offenses that don't light up the universe. So, Austin, I'm feeling good that we're once again going to fly our flags today.
I hope so, man. We are 12-6 for no-run first inning bets this year and a ridiculous 66.6667% cash rate. Don't know if we can continue that, but we'd love to make that 13-6 today. Hopefully we can be waving these flags in chat. We certainly would appreciate it. But those are our 3 plays. Guardians money line, Blue Jays money line, Mets, Cardinals, no run first inning bet. We'll have our parlay of the day posted on OddsGym a little bit later this morning, so definitely check that out. We'll put it in the pinned comment. And as always, we'll see you guys again tomorrow morning. So stay safe, don't manage that bankroll, and we'll see you guys in the next one.